So we're out here today and we're going to test out our Bug Out Bottle. So the Bug Out Bottle from Flipping Out Slingshots contains everything you need in this one bottle here to get yourself set up shooting a hunting weight, hunting capable slingshot. It includes a band set that's been vacuum sealed, 2 pounds of ammo, and instructions on how to put it on a fork. So I'm going to kind of go over today what makes a good natural fork. What do you look for? So I've cut just a couple of samples while I've been out on a walk here. And these, what you're looking for is just symmetry, and really what pleases the eye. So this fork right here, that's really what you're looking for. You don't have to do much to this fork other than cut it to length and smooth the ends over, and you've got a hunting slingshot. So we're going to go with this one. So we got here one here that shows a display of you could be a little bit more ergonomic. But in this particular situation, just go for a trusted, simple Y. Alright, so where do you cut the forks? That's a real challenge for everyone, because if you cut them too short, they can throw off the way the slingshot feels. So I start with 3 of my fingers and put it between the forks. And that's roughly where I think I want the forks to be cut off. So start high, you can always cut off more. So you can either use a knife or a saw. I've got just my little Swiss Army farmer knife on me, so I'm going to use the saw on that. So I'm going to mark out and kind of eyeball where that fork needs to be. So I'll cut one side. I like to cut parallel to the growth of the wood, or perpendicular rather than straight across. My preference is this way. Neither way is wrong. Okay, you can see that's got a nice look to it. Eyeball where that might be. Okay, so we've got some decent symmetry. This fork is a little bit shorter than this one. That's not a big deal. It'll still shoot great. One great thing about a slingshot is it's compact, so cut off any extra bit of handle that you don't need. So I like to hold the slingshot at this point and see how it's going to feel in my hand and make a measurement from there. All body measurements. So I'll just eyeball it. Okay, great little shape. Nice compact slingshot, plenty big enough for the bands that come in the Bug Out Bottle. What's next? Just rounding over the edges. For that, I just like to use a sharp knife. So all I do is just come in and gently soften these edges. And if your knife is sharp, the edge will be smooth after one pass. Maybe 2 or 3. You're not building a hospital here, you're building a survival slingshot. Alright. So that fork tip is basically done. We've simply rounded it, and we're working with green walnut here, so it carves really nice. Alright, and that fork tip is basically rough. Now we can come back in, get any of the sharp little edges. You can also do this with a stone or anything that you might have that's abrasive. Rub it against a rock. I'm just going to do it with the blade here. I'm just softening the edge. Okay. Alright, so we've gotten to the fork, to the point where the forks are even. Feels nice in your hand, no rough spots. And we've just gently rounded these over with our knife, ready to put the bands on. So the Bug Out Bottle comes with the bands inside of the ammo, so you have to take out a bit of the ammo. One thing that's cool about the Bug Out Bottle bands is not only are they Lenotix bands, which are really tough bands, long lasting, but we've got them vacuum sealed, so you don't have to worry about them. Down inside the bottle, it's a 250cc bottle, holds 2 pounds of ammo, but it also got this sealed up in there so the bands stay fresh. So we're going to pop the freshness seal on them. Okay, Bug Out Bottle is going to come equipped with bands here, a big Rockstar pouch, and 2 red clay 32 rubber bands. So depending on the size of your fork, you may be able to use just one of these, but our fork's pretty thick, so I'm going to go ahead and cut both of these in half. And these are going to be our fork ties. Alright, then it's just a matter of simply figuring out how long you want the bands. I'm going to keep them full length here, because I'm going to be shooting stones and the ammo that's supplied in the kit, which is 9/16 steel, pretty heavy. Alright, and the red clays are a little slippery but really tough. Just make sure you get it in good tension. And do the wrap and tuck for your last round. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Now we've got a hunting capable slingshot set up with bands that are ideal for heavy objects like rocks or found objects. Great for heavy ammo, like the ammo that comes supplied in the kit. It's either 9/16 or 1/2 inch steel ammo. So let's go take a few shots and see how this puppy shoots. Okay, so we've got our slingshot set up that took us all of maybe 5 minutes to make tops. Got the ammo that came in the Bug Out bottle. Set up a shaving cream can. That's a reasonable hunting distance. That's about 10 paces. You should be able to get close to your game. Let's see how she shoots out of the box. Or out of the bottle, I should say. Alright, so that's plenty capable of taking small game at reasonable distances that the average person could stalk up on if they were to take their time. So I'm going to shoot this a little bit more. This thing's great.